Right, so I have the still life that I've chosen from the photos on the PowerPoint, on the Google Slides. And I've chosen this one with the two masks and the lovely pattern behind. So I have that link to the artist, and I just love the shapes. So when we first go to draw, we need to plan our drawing. So we've got what I've done is I've opened my sketchbook, is open on a whole page, and I've got it landscape. Oh, I haven't got it landscape, I've got it portrait. It is portrait. Then I take my pen and I'm going to draw with the pen, and I'm going to draw in a light line so I can correct my shapes. And the only thing I'm looking at now is I'm planning my composition, where the shapes are going to sit. So if I do this on top of here, I can see that that's an oval. So I've got my oval there, and then I've got my other mask here. Now I have done this before, and I can see if I put my pen across it that they are about the same size. So that will just give me an idea of size of them. Okay, so that's my two ovals. Also for my shapes, I've got this lovely sort of, I think it's brown paper that's twisted like this. So I'm just following those lines, and I'm just suggesting that brown paper in. I've got this triangle for the pattern behind, and I think the patterns behind really going to make the drawing. I think I possibly could draw lighter, but what I'm doing is I'm just putting in a sort of fold in the fabric here, which gives a different shape, and then I'm down here, I've got this. So I'm just planning it out, getting my composition correct. Okay, right, now the masks. In my head, I mustn't keep thinking what I think an African mask looks like. I need to look what's on the picture here. Now, to get the correct proportions of the African mask, especially on this one, it has the proportions of a portrait. So the eyes are actually halfway down. You see, I can do all this working out. They're actually halfway down. So for this one, I can actually plan how I'm going to place the face onto the mask. Up here, we've got this sort of cylindrical shape, which I'm just going to pop in. And then we've got like almost a spear shape, but shape on top. But I mustn't think that it's a spear. I must totally think in shapes. Bring it down like this. Now the eyes are oval shapes. Don't think in eyes. So much easier though drawing a mask. Mask gives you more room than actually drawing a real face, so that's quite good. Put in those details, and then the nose is here, which mustn't think in nose, must think in shapes, and then we've got the face. Now I've noticed as well, I've done an oval, but actually the mask goes down into a dip here, a dip like this, and then it has two little bits at the bottom, which then come off the page. It's very important I come off the page. I don't try to make the drawing fit the page. So that's my basic. I don't want to do any more details than that, because if I keep working on this mask, I'll get better on this, and then I'll go to this one and I'll be much better. So you need to always move around the drawing, so get your basic shapes in. Here, the mask, I'm going to do the eyes again. The eyes and the shape. Thinking about the shapes and trying to go lighter. I really am, because the lighter I draw with my pen, the more room I have for refining and developing, correcting my proportions out. So there we have the shapes of the lips. Now here, I've got this lovely shape here, goes like this and then round, and then we have this shape here, this sort of circle with an oval in it, and then here I can see sort of a different shape the other side. So interesting when you draw things, it means you see so much more. When you've drawn something, you never quite look at it the same again, because you can see so much detail. So that's here, let's put that there, that shape there. Now we've got this lovely big sort of round. Again, I'm going to come off the page there because it's bigger than the page. it actually, if I look, it actually hooks up to the bottom of the chin. And the chin is nice and square. Look at that lovely sort of square chin. Bring that round. Bring that round to here. That's it. So I'm just sketching this in. Just getting my basic shapes in. And then here I can start to... I'm actually going to add apply the pattern when I start applying the mark making into the picture. Now I'm going back to this mask, which I can see has this sort of, so it makes it sort of more three-dimensional. And then I had these, see that, those eyes should be lower. Those eyes should be lower. I haven't done it halfway, so I'm actually going to correct it. I'm actually going to lower the eyes. Can you see? I want the eyes here. So these eyes are wrong, but I don't mind because they'll become this part. And once I start applying the mark making, I can correct that. So I've actually had to correct my drawing here, which is really, really important to see. And what I'm doing is I'm going to go a bit darker on them, and then I'm going to use the eyes that were before will actually be the eyebrows. Can you see? So I'm correcting my drawing as I draw. And that's something you need to bear in mind. The more you add the marks on, you can start to, and that you can start to correct all the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video now. I just want you to plan out. At the moment, you should just be looking at shapes and planning out the drawing. I'm hoping that I will apply marks onto this drawing as you are working with me. So this drawing will continue to develop.